Have you ever paid attention to the numbers that surround you? Date of birth, house number, PIN code. Have you ever wondered if these numbers had symbolic and spiritual implications? What if we told you that some numbers, especially the ones you will encounter in August, could affect your life in unexpected ways? In this video, thanks to a Zen story full of Buddhist wisdom, we will see how and why there are 10 lucky numbers that will appear in the month of August. And if you stay until the end of the video, you will discover a ritual through which these numbers can positively influence your life, bringing you prosperity, balance, and personal growth. But before we go any further, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This way, you will stay updated when we publish new content for your spiritual growth. On the hills surrounding Kyoto stands the Buddhist temple where the elderly and wise monk Hiro lives. The air was thick with the scent of pine trees and the sweet incense that rose from stone lanterns. Hiro, with his saffron robe and face marked by time, addressed the gathered pilgrims. Among them was Anya, a dark-eyed, raven-haired young woman who had traveled from Europe in search of answers, and Kenji, a middle-aged businessman whose tense features revealed the stress of a life spent chasing success. Dear friends, the monk began in a warm and reassuring voice. August will bring with it a series of numbers which, according to Buddhist teachings, possess a profound spiritual meaning. These numbers, if we know their meaning, can guide us towards prosperity, balance, and personal growth. Hiro paused, smiling at everyone present. Anya closed her eyes, trying to absorb the energy of the place, while Kenji fidgeted, eager to hear what the monk would say. And the monk immediately went into the merits of the topic he had decided to deal with, talking about the 10 lucky numbers in order to teach the pilgrims how to obtain the maximum benefit from them. The number 88, Hiro began, is a powerful symbol of prosperity and abundance. Its shape, similar to two intertwined infinities, represents a continuous flow of positive energy and wealth. Look at the incense smoke, he said, pointing to a thin spiral rising towards the sky. As that smoke rises and expands, so the energy of 88 flows into our lives, bringing material and spiritual prosperity. Hiro continued, in Buddhist iconography, this number is often associated with offerings of lotus flowers, a symbol of purity and enlightenment. 88 reminds us that prosperity is not only material, but also spiritual. As the Buddha said, true wealth does not consist in accumulating possessions, but in cultivating the mind and heart. And the number 88 encourages us to pursue our goals with determination and confidence, knowing that success is within our reach if we act with integrity and compassion. Kenji nodded vigorously, thinking about his company and his ambitious plans. Anya, however, reflected on her desire to find a job that would allow her to help others. The number 23, Hiro continued, is a symbol of balance and harmony. In the Buddhist tradition, 23 represents the union of male and female energies, of heaven and earth, of light and shadow. Imagine a Zen garden, Hiro said, gesturing to the manicured landscape around them. Every element is in perfect balance with the others, and this creates a sense of peace and serenity. So it is also in our life. We must find a balance between work and rest, between action and contemplation, between giving and receiving. The number 23 invites us to cultivate our awareness and find harmony in every moment of our lives. Anya thought about his tendency to isolate himself and his difficulty collaborating with others. Kenji, however, realized how much his life was unbalanced towards work, neglecting his family and friends. The number 4, Hiro continued, is a symbol of stability and solid foundations. In Buddhist culture, this number represents the 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. These elements are essential for life, and remind us that we must build our life on solid foundations. Think of the foundations of this temple, Hero said, pointing to the ancient stones upon which the building rested. They were laid with care and precision to withstand the passage of time. Likewise, we must be rooted in our values and principles to weather the storms of life. The number 4 invites us to cultivate patience, perseverance, and discipline. Anya reflected on her tendency to get carried away by emotions and her difficulty maintaining calm in difficult situations. Kenji, however, thought about his company and the need to build a more solid and resilient structure. The number 9, Hero explained, is a symbol of completion and wisdom. In Buddhist numerology, 9 is considered the highest number and represents the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. Imagine a lotus flower, said the monk, opening his hands in a delicate gesture that blooms from the mud and is a symbol of purity and rebirth. So we too can transform our negative experiences into opportunities for growth and learning. And the number 9 reminds us that life is a continuous journey and that every end is a new beginning. Anya closed her eyes and visualized a lotus flower blooming in the mud, a symbol of her inner rebirth. Kenji, however, thought about his past mistakes and the possibility of learning from them to build a better future. The number 42, Hero said, is a symbol of collaboration and service to others. In Buddhist tradition, this number represents the 42 chapters of the Lotus Sutra, one of the most important texts of Mahayana Buddhism. This sutra teaches that all sentient beings have Buddha nature and that we can achieve enlightenment by helping others realize their potential. Look at the ants, Hero said, pointing to a small anthill at the foot of a tree. They work tirelessly together for the good of their community. Likewise, we can achieve great results when we join forces and work towards a common goal. The number 42 invites us to cultivate compassion, generosity, and altruism. Anya felt inspired to dedicate more time to volunteering and helping people in need. Kenji, instead, thought about how he could use his resources and skills to improve the lives of his community. The number 16, Hero continued, is a symbol of inner growth and self-realization. In Buddhist tradition, 16 represents the 16 arhats, enlightened disciples of the Buddha who have achieved liberation from the cycle of rebirth. These arhats are examples of wisdom, compassion, and courage. Think of a bamboo, Hero said, pointing to a plant swaying gently in the breeze. It grows slowly but surely, overcoming every obstacle. Likewise, we must nourish our mind and spirit to blossom into our full bloom. The number 16 invites us to look within ourselves, discover our talents, and develop our full potential. Anya felt encouraged to explore her interests and follow her passions. Kenji, however, realized how much he had neglected his personal growth, focusing only on material success. The number 49, Hero explained, is a symbol of community and mutual support. In Buddhist culture, this number represents the 49 days that the Buddha spent in meditation under the Bodhi tree before achieving enlightenment. During this period, the Buddha was supported by benevolent spirits and other enlightened beings. Think of a spider spinning its web, Hero said, pointing to a web glistening with dew. Each thread is fragile, but together they form a strong, resilient structure. Likewise, our strength lies in unity and collaboration, and the number 49 reminds us that we are not alone in our spiritual journey, and that we can find strength and support in our community. Anya thought about her family and friends and how important it was for her to feel part of something bigger. Kenji, however, realized how much he needed to build stronger relationships in his life. The number 35, Hero said, is a symbol of creativity and change. In Buddhist numerology, 35 represents the union of the energies of 3 and 5. 3 is associated with growth and expansion, while 5 represents change and transformation. Imagine an artist painting on a blank canvas, Hero said, tracing the motion of a brush in the air. Create something new and unique, transforming emptiness into beauty. Likewise, we can transform our lives by exploring new ideas and embracing change as an opportunity for growth. The number 35 invites us to step out of our comfort zone and express our creativity. Anya felt inspired to try new creative activities and break out of her daily routine. Kenji, however, thought about how he could make positive changes in his business and his personal life. The number 71, Hero continued, is a symbol of intuition and inner wisdom. In Buddhist tradition, this number represents the 71 sages who gathered to compile the first Buddhist canon after the death of the Buddha. These sages used their intuition and wisdom to preserve the Buddha's teachings and pass them on to future generations. Think of a North Star, Hero said, looking up at the sky. The North Star guides sailors through the night, pointing them in the right direction. Likewise, our inner wisdom can guide us through life's challenges. And the number 71 invites us to listen to our inner voice, to trust our intuition, and to seek the truth within ourselves. Anya closed her eyes and focused on her breathing, trying to connect with her intuition. Kenji, however, reflected on the important decisions he had to make and how he could use his inner wisdom to make the right choices. The number 19, the monk continued, is a symbol of transformation and new beginnings. In Buddhist numerology, it represents the union of the energies of 1 and 9. 1 is associated with beginnings, individuality, and action, while 9 represents the end of a cycle and wisdom. Think of a chrysalis turning into a butterfly, Hero said, mimicking the movement of the wings with his hands. It abandons its old form to be reborn into something new and wonderful. Likewise, we can transform our lives by letting go of the past and embracing the future with courage and hope. The number 19 invites us to face challenges as opportunities for growth and renewal. The sun was starting to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. Anya and Kenji rose from their mats, feeling deeply touched by the monk hero's words. They had found the answers they were looking for, not in the words themselves, but in the reflections they had aroused within themselves. Hero, seeing their thirst for knowledge, smiled and said, "Dear friends, as promised, I will reveal to you a simple but powerful ritual to connect with the energy of these numbers and invite them to positively influence your life." The monk guided them to a small altar where incense, candles, and a bowl of water were arranged. Each morning, Hero explained, take a moment to meditate on one of the numbers I presented to you. Visualize the number in your mind, repeat it mentally, and reflect on its meaning. Light a candle and a stick of incense, offering a prayer or positive thought. Finally, dip your fingers in the water and trace the number on your forehead as a symbol of your connection with its energy. Over the next few weeks, Anya and Kenji carefully followed Hero's instructions, feeling a sense of peace and renewal. They knew that this ritual, if practiced with consistency and sincerity, would open the doors to new possibilities and guide them towards a richer, more balanced, and more fulfilling life.